In your opinion, what kind of information relevant for development of a new product can be found in the IPR databases?
Yes, there's a whole range of information contained in the databases, ranging from technical information, so what technology exists already, who are the major players, who owns which technology, and also the legal aspects. What is the right currently? Is it in force, and where is it in force? In order to avoid infringements and to respect the rights of others. But there's also a lot of business information contained there, so you can draw a lot of conclusions to support your strategic decisions, to look at trends, monitor trends, find partners for licensing, or also if you would like to find technologies you can buy or license into your development so that you don't have to do it all yourself.
How can a small company master IPR databases?
There's a whole range of databases for different target audiences, and this includes databases intended for occasional users or for new users to the patent system. One of the most prominent ones offered by the European Patent Office is Espacenet, which is an easy-to-use database covering a worldwide collection of data ranging back to the 19th century, and with a few steps and a bit of familiarization, the startup or the companies get a good start in finding what they're looking for.
How important is it for a company or a researcher to have a realistic insight of the value of their intellectual property?
Well, today we know that we are living in knowledge-based societies, so it is very important, especially for those people who work in companies which use their knowledge and their technology to create value, added value. And therefore, we have to understand that value is created on the basis of intangible assets today, most of the part of the value. And this consists not only of IP, but also of a lot of other specific intangibles, like human capital, like networks, like investment in R&D. And this means that we have to develop a completely new understanding of value creation processes in companies, which has to be taught on the universities, which has to be implemented in management structures. And we also understand that innovation processes today are not like a chain from one beginning to one end, but it's a kind of iterative learning process. So you go back and forth all the time. And this also means a new understanding of how value is created. Today we speak about the phenomenon of open innovation. That means that we integrate knowledge from the outside of a company in internal learning and value creation processes. And we have to understand that people who work in the management as well as in the R&D part of a company, or even in sales and management, have to learn to communicate with a lot of different guys around their company to constantly learn and integrate new knowledge.
How can a small company master IP valuation?
This is a very specific point, because IP valuation still is connected with investment. You have to use specific processes and valuation techniques. And normally, like in Austria, you have a kind of standardized processes for this so that you can create comparable results. And in other parts of the world, like in the US or in China, you have a lot of intermediaries who provide you with specific services. This again costs money, but those corporations and organizations provide SMEs with specific knowledge. Again, it is important for especially small and medium-sized enterprises also to learn new knowledge to do part of the jobs themselves. So we need new master programs and developments on the universities here as well to teach the people who then go to the companies.